Hi, I'm Angel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the 10 ways to start healing from narcissistic abuse. Welcome to Narc-Repellant. This channel is devoted to understanding narcissistic abuse, trauma, recovery, and anything related to those topics. If you're interested in gaining further perspective on these subjects, you've come to the right place. Let's get started on today's topic. Like I tell my students, I need to write some positive emails home today. When I have to write about too many student problems, it makes me feel bad. On that note, today's topic will serve as somewhat of a reminder of the caring things you can do for yourself that I found propelled me into feeling better, stronger, more able to do the inner work to heal, more like myself each day. Those months of narcissistic abuse left me feeling pretty low. Finding or remembering ways to take care of me became necessary therapy. My quote for today, which I hope you will see a connection to in our topic, is an excerpt from one of my favorite historical celebrities, our second president, John Adams. Abuse of words has been the great instrument of division of society. Well, self-help books and audio cassettes were something I knew of in the 80s. As I was now being encouraged through therapy to take care of myself, I wasn't sure where to go and how to start. Every time I left Dr. G's office, she reminded me, do something nice for you today. Take care of you. I felt a bit confused about what she meant. You mean like take me out for a meal? I do that all the time. Take a long bath? Well, I don't really have time for that. It had been so long since I thought of taking care of me, I think I forgot what it meant. I suffered such a great deal of emotional and psychological abuse at the hands of my oppressive narcissistic boyfriend. I was a wrung-out dishrag when I walked away from him. I now understand that this is typical in a narcissistic relationship. The goal of the narcissist is to ruin you, ruin your character, ruin your self-esteem, ruin your bank account, your life. In waking up and finding my way out of the craziness left in my mind, I sought all the self-care options I could find. I want to share some of these strategies in case there is anything you've forgotten that could truly help you heal. The first thing to remember is to breathe. I had to face the fact that I had been in an abusive relationship. In that instant, as I dropped to my knees, I think I stopped breathing. I had to be reminded to breathe, even to breathe deeply. When I stop and take a couple deep breaths, I always feel as though some clutter in my brain has cleared. After all, in the Huntington Post about 20 years ago, they say, deep breathing serves to trigger relaxation, which causes more oxygen to travel to locations where healing is needed. Now to my actual list. Number 1, going no contact. The first step in taking care of me was to go no contact with the narcissist. No contact means no contact, no email, no phone calls, no texting, no snail mail, no contacting the other person's friends, no social media, site searching, nothing. Going no contact had been hard for me to do in the first month after he left. I was in such grief. I thought, if only he'd hold me, I'd feel so much better. The problem with that thinking, as Dr. G kindly reminded me over and over, the person who broke you cannot fix you. Now that quote might come from someone famous, but I was so glad she kept reminding me of that. I didn't really understand what was happening until I read about how difficult it is to break away from a narcissist. Apparently, it's like getting off heroin. The addiction to the drama and love fantasy from the narcissist was incredible. After my constant request to stop all contact because he kept harassing me, I had to block and delete him and every one of his family members from all my emails, my social media, my contacts. I needed to heal. Of course, he had no intention of leaving me alone. I ended up having to take him to court for a restraining order, but we'll leave that little topic for another video. My purpose in going no contact was to clear my mind so that I did not have his constant negative input. Number 2, counseling, therapy. I upped my therapy sessions to twice a week when I realized that I couldn't keep it together in between. I needed Dr. G to keep reminding me that I had to stay away from him. He was no good for me. He broke me. He hurt me. He abused me. I needed her to be the voice inside my head to help me make the right decisions for myself. Being with the narcissist had destroyed me. I clearly needed to stay away from him and any of his influence. My purpose for therapy, of course, was to clear my psyche so that I could continue. the work I needed to do to heal. Number 3, friends and family connection. I don't have much family, but I did begin making many dates with all of my closest friends. As I began getting the word out to my friends about what I'd experienced, more and more of them began telling me of their own personal stories. Many of my friends had experienced a relationship with a narcissist themselves in their past at some point. Many had suffered from anxiety, panic attacks. Meeting up with friends who could be supportive and loving and kind was a critical part of my recovery. My purpose for being with my friends was to help remind me of the remarkable person I am. Number 4, medical evaluations. I wanted to be sure that everything else was functioning properly since I felt like my nervous system had exploded. I went to my general physician and I had a physical. I was such a wreck, though, that she suggested a psychiatrist whom I did see a few times. I found such compassion and empathy from this person, someone who really knew what I had experienced. He referred me to a trauma specialist. Luckily, I have an appointment next week and I'm excited about this next level of work I get to do on my healing. My purpose for this new therapy will be to lead me to the next level of recovery. Number 5, acupuncture, massage, meditation. I found an acupuncturist who is nurturing and caring and provides a massage after the treatments. Through meditations, she helped dig into my psyche to find the wounds that needed healing. She gave me meditations and herbal concoctions to ease the anxiety and confusion. She counseled me. She encouraged me. My purpose for this treatment was to continue to help my body and mind relax in order to find the space to heal. Number 6, music, dance, exercise. There's nothing better to heal than listening to music and dancing like no one's looking. I can dance for hours. The exercise has been incredibly uplifting and helpful. In fact, it's really helped me keep my weight down. The purpose of all of this is to lighten my heart and open it up for more healing. Number 7, gardening. The breakup occurred just before summer, so I began planting seeds. I watered my gardens every day. When everything started to bloom, it was spectacular. What a beautiful sight when I opened my door. My purpose in gardening was again to clear my head so that I could hear my thoughts and understand my feelings. Number 8, clean out closets and go shopping. Okay, I know this isn't really something to do for healing. It can actually be an addiction, but I'm still putting it on my list here. It feels great to purge my closets. I lost so much weight through the split with the narcissist that I'm now 2 sizes smaller. Time to clear out the closet and buy some new dresses. Believe me, I took this task very seriously. The purpose of this was again to clear my mind and now the clutter in my closet. Number 9, eat healthy. I was not able to eat when I first got the narcissist out of my house. I had no appetite. I had to force myself to eat. When you're doing some real challenging inner work, you need to have good nutrition. It takes a ton of energy to do this kind of work. Slowly, I got back into cooking for myself, but that was something he and I did together and was very painful to get back to. The purpose of this was so that my healthy body and mind would be able to heal from all the abuse. Number 10, spirituality. If I was a religious woman, I'd have been going back to church or temple for weekly services. I consider myself more of a spiritual person, but I'd lost that through my short time with the self-proclaimed atheist narcissist. The meditations, acupuncture, therapy, all the things I've discussed were so helpful in getting me back to my spirituality. Of course, the purpose of being more spiritual and grounded is that it is very healing. I'm on my way. I can honestly say that I am healing from the narcissistic abuse in that relationship. I was traumatized. I was lost and alone. Although there is much more to do to heal, especially childhood traumas that led me to a relationship with a narcissist, I smell the sweetness of what healing is doing for my injured psyche. John Adams was right a couple hundred years ago. Abuse of words can ruin a society, whatever that society is. With fortitude and persistence, those abusive words from the narcissist will hopefully disappear from memory. As I've said, my mission now is to find you, to find the other sweet ones like us who have slipped into relationships with narcissists, only to find that the love they were promised, as well as their soul and their psyche, have been destroyed. I know that my story, my healing and recovery will be helpful to others as I have been so blessed to hear the stories of those who came before me. I have literally spent hundreds of hours researching the subjects of narcissism, narcissistic abuse, and trauma. I have found such hope in my new understanding, and although I'm still on my journey, I want to do what I can to help others understand. If you like what you've heard, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so that you get updates when I have new postings. I really appreciate you being with me on this journey as I share what I've learned about all these topics. I hope you find what I share here useful and supportive. Please provide any comments of interest. Thank you again so much, and have a beautiful day.